hear you.
All right. We got Abwon in the building. Abwon, for everybody who
Yeah,
don't know,
yo.
word up. Thank you for joining me today. Thank you for being here on the show. Appreciate it. Mad
I
love.
appreciate you. I appreciate you. Man, I know we had some issues on the first day, but I'm here now.
Word, word. So go ahead and introduce yourself.
All right, so I'm Mad when I'm from Irvington, New Jersey. I am a filmmaker and a media personality. I own a production company, MoonLight Media, and we've done our thing. We got two short films out this year, but I have three out, and my company alone, we've won a good amount of awards on our second film feed, which is out on VH1 TV. So if you got a Roku player or an Amazon Fire TV, you can check them out right now. But
Nice.
yeah, that's pretty much it.
That's dope. That's dope. That's really really dope. So tell us about your production. How many shows have how many short films have you produced so far?
Me personally, I've done four. The company itself has done three, and we've done. Let's see how many other shows we got. The Dad is Fuck show. We got Battles of the Boroughs coming out in like a month. We got Only at Jay's. I'm gonna say like four shows, yeah. And I also create my own content too. You know, I run my YouTube channel, so I create my own content. No, five shows for the cinematics, yeah.
Word.
So yeah, that's pretty much it. Five shows. We got five shows out, and three shorts, and we've already got two already filmed. That's getting ready to be edited to drop next year, and then I'm writing another two in December to have out next year too. So I'm trying to have next year be the big year that everybody like really knows who I am.
Word, word. That's dope. It sounds like you're doing a lot of things. What got you started in production?
I used to do videos when I used to do music. I used to do videos for YouTube back before. This is before like you know all these blogs was out, like Hollywood Unlocked and Shade Room and Jasmine Brand. This is before all of that, and I was doing this top 10 on pop culture, like top 10, worst rappers out at the moment, just regular top 10s. We was doing it, and those videos was doing crazy numbers, like millions of views, hundreds and hundreds of thousands of views. And Vlad TV and World Star were the only two big media outlets out at the time. And this is back when World Star actually used to have hip hop, not like fight videos all the time. And Vlad used to post my shit up. Vlad used to post my stuff up, and that's pretty much how I started. Like, I stopped doing music because me and the dude in the group like had like a little falling out, and I said, you know what, my videos really get more notoriety than I do my music. I felt like with my music, I had to put the song out and then do all of this marketing, do all of this extra stuff. But the videos, I could just put the video out and people would just gravitate towards it. It was just easier for me. So I just decided to take it more seriously. But I've always wanted to do film since I was a kid. You know what I'm saying? Music is just like one of my passions because I have a million of them. That's just pretty much how it goes.
Okay, that's dope. So let's talk about Feed. What is Feed about?
Feed is about a woman that becomes manipulated by a media outlet that she listens to. It's a white woman. She listens to the same media outlet every day, and while she goes running, exercising, got with her friends, and it starts manipulating the way that she thinks. And I'm gonna just leave it at that right there. It's like a 10-minute short, so you know what I'm saying, so people can check it out. It's based on a lot of things that are going on in the world right now. But we decided to put a little twist on it, and yeah, that's pretty much it. It's been doing this thing. It's won. I think it's won 9 awards. It's won 9 awards this year
That's
alone.
dope.
So it's definitely doing this thing. And we actually filmed that during the lockdown, like when people had to be home at 7 p.m. And we was out, like filming. It was crazy because I thought we would like get caught,
Right.
but nah, like everywhere that we went to film, and it was dumb cold. We filmed it like February of 2020. So yeah, it was crazy. No, not February. I'm sorry. We filmed it in like November of 2020. So it was cold as hell.
Yeah, definitely winter
Last
time.
year. Yeah, it was definitely cold. Like last year, it was cold, like cold. You could even see it like in the film, like people's noses are like red. But we got it done. We got it done.
Okay, that's dope. That's dope. That's dope. Do you see yourself continuing to do short films, or do you see yourself doing, longer actual films, like movies?
I want to do features. You know what I'm saying? I definitely want to get into the feature game. Shorts, I don't have an issue with shorts, but I'm all about progression. And I understand I understand what shorts, the part that they play, you could use it to pitch to people and things like that. But you know what I mean? I'm trying to get into features. I don't want to keep doing features like constantly. Maybe I'll do like one and then I'll do some more shorts, but I'm definitely trying to do a feature in 2021. So,
Okay.
Yeah, that's pretty much where I'm trying to go at the moment in terms of film.
That's dope. So where do you see yourself like in maybe like 5 or 10 years as far as film and production wise?
I don't really like questions like that because life doesn't work that way.
Right.
But to answer your question,
Where would you like to be in 5 or 10?
Yeah, to answer your question, I plan on being in the next. You said 5 years?
Maybe 5, 10 years. Yeah. Longevity. We're talking about longevity. Where would you like to be? Where would you like your company to be in 5 or 10 years?
Well, to be honest with you, the goal I have for MoonLight Media is I want us to become a franchise media company. So you know how people have like McDonald's and Starbucks, and you could be like, oh, well, I want to open up my own McDonald's. I'm just going to contact somebody from the company and become a franchisee. I want that to become MoonLight Media. So let's say somebody says, hey, I need somebody to shoot for my wedding. They could just go, oh, well, my uncle owns a MoonLight Media branch in Idaho. You could just contact him, you know what I'm saying, and things like that if you want TV production or things like that. But everybody who knows me knows that I am like a serious businessman. So even though MoonLight Media is my company, that's not going to be my only company. You know what I'm saying? So I'm trying to get my Moss, because I also do sea mosses. So I'm into health and wellness. So I'm trying to get my sea moss business off the ground. It's just MoonLight Media that takes so much dedication. I dabble in music. I'm executive producing a musical project with Trini the Body right now.
Shout out to Trini.
I plan on getting it. Yeah, shout out to her. She got a new single dropping called Brooklyn on December 6th. And I dabble in fashion here and there. So I'm going to try to jump into that like later down the line. But so to answer your question, in 10 years, I plan on being like a serious mogul. You know what I mean?
That's
if
dope.
People want to that's pretty much it. I've always looked at people like 50, Ice Cube, Jay, like folks that use music as their way in, and they use it to like springboard. Exactly. That's pretty much where I want to be. So you might see me doing film now, and then 5 years I might be doing something completely different.
That's dope. That's dope. You know what I'm saying? You always got to have high expectation, and millionaires do make big moves, and they have multiple businesses. So shout out to you.
Exactly.
Shout out to you. You definitely doing it out here. You got film, you got music, you got all this stuff. Are there any things that you tried that you just felt like, nah, this ain't me, but you try to do it? Did you ever try to do something like outside of what you usually do, like music and media?
Not really, because I know my strengths, so I always play to my strengths. You know what I'm saying? But as you know, like just like you said, businessmen, you know what I'm saying, they got to take risks. So if somebody throws something my way that I'm not really familiar with, I'm gonna try it, and we'll see where it goes. You know what I'm saying? I'm teaching an after school program right now for kids in Newark to teach them about video production.
Nice.
And it's going well. It's definitely something that I'm not used to. But I can see myself doing it, but I just can't see myself doing it consistently. So, you never know until you get in there. People, you know what I mean? If somebody gives me an opportunity that I've never done before, then I wouldn't mind doing it. Because I like doing stuff out of the box, too. Like, I like putting together events, too. Like, we'll have MoonLight Media events like Uno the Vibe and Wasted Words. And,
I got to check out one of your Uno nights, yo. I saw your post, man. You look like you're having a great time.
We be lit. Like, I love putting together events, you know what I'm saying? So it's just like, I'm always like getaways. I'm always like doing stuff like that. So you never know. I might start like a travel company.
That'll work. You already got the media company, might as well. Word up. You do travel, right? You travel a lot?
I travel a lot. I try to go on a vacation at least once a month. Okay. And a lot of the times I'll do like MoonLight Media, like team engagements. Like we just went to the Poconos
That's
2 weeks ago. I'm trying to set up like a quick like AC trip in December, and then I'm gonna try to set up like a Puerto Rico trip in February. I try to do something once a month, even if it's only for like 2 days, because I know a lot of people can't take off for work. You know what I'm saying? So
Word.
I try to just do something at least once a month because mental health is important.
Very.
And when you work for somebody else, your mental health can deteriorate like really quickly.
Word.
So
They
it's just
mostly
dope to
worried
just
about
get away.
production, right? They don't worry about your mental health. It's up to you to do that, right? Shit like
Correct,
that.
exactly. They don't care. They overwork their employees, especially now, like with the COVID. Like
Right.
a lot more, I'm seeing a lot more employees are realizing that employers really don't have their best interest in mind. That's why a lot of folks aren't going back to work.
That's a
They'd
fact.
rather work from home. You know what I'm saying? And I'm glad people are starting to realize that because we can only keep making people like Jeff Bezos richer until we realize we ain't gonna get rich working for him.
Facts. That's a big fact. That's a really, really big fact. It seems like
You know
you're
what I'm
doing a
saying?
lot of things, yo. So do you play any musical instruments?
Not officially. I learned how to play the guitar, but I didn't really like it. I've always wanted to play the piano,
Okay.
and I play the drums, but not like officially. Like I'm not gonna say sign me up to do a band, but you know what I'm saying. I could like if you just got a pair of drums sitting somewhere, I could like knock something out real quick. But I've always wanted to learn how to play the piano. Always.
Okay. That's dope. That's dope. That's dope. You know, you seem like you're very well-rounded. Who are some of your favorite, biggest influencers? Who are some of your fondest influencers? Excuse me.
I would say Ice Cube, 50. I like Ava DuVernay a lot. I wouldn't say, well, yeah, I guess you could say she influenced me. I just really like look up to her, like in terms of what she does for the culture with her movies. Jordan Peele, obviously. I like LeBron. I like what LeBron does for the culture. You know what I'm saying? I like what LeBron does for the culture. That really just might be it. Ice Cube and 50 are like the really, really big ones because I've always like looked at them and say Rick Ross is another one too, but it's definitely Ice Cube and 50 because it's like I look at them like you came in the game, you had this crazy image about you, you know what I'm saying? And you were able, like, especially Ice Cube, like this guy went from being like a notorious gangbang, you know what I'm saying, like gangster rap dude. And then you can see him put out movies like Are We There Yet? And white people will still love it.
Word. And you see 50 Cent taking on that same kind of role. 50 Cent's on a roll, actually.
Yeah, what I'm saying. And he's got like I'm gonna be honest with you. I tell people all the time, regardless of how people feel about 50, he's an internet bully, he's so this, he's so that. Regardless of how you feel about him as a person, if it wasn't for him, that channel Stars would be irrelevant.
Facts.
50 is the only reason why Stars is even relevant.
That's big
He's
facts.
got a million shows on that channel, and I look at it like, yo, he really did the thing. And people say, he's washed up with music. What do you need to worry about music for anymore?
That is true, and then he's still getting paid for his own old music. I still play his old music. You know what I mean? It's just it's still screaming. So word is bond. Word. He definitely doing his thing. Shout out to 50. You know what I'm saying? Now with all this stuff you got going on, how do you balance your careers? I'm gonna say careers with your with your personal and your other obligations.
You know what? A lot of people ask me that. They be like, yo, do you ever sleep? And I
speak in general now.
But I do sacrifice a lot of sleep. Like, I'm a gym rat because I got the wellness, so I do go to the gym. I exercise a lot. So, a lot of the times I find myself getting 3 hours of sleep, 4 hours of sleep. You know what I'm saying? I don't think, like, today was probably the first day I got more than, like, 5 hours of sleep because I'm not at work.
Oh, wow.
The situation I told you about.
Right.
Yeah, but, you know what I'm saying? It's, yeah, that's really it. I sacrificed a lot, like my social life. I sacrificed my social life.
How's dating?
Dating to me, it really depends who you entertain, I guess you can say, because I'm gonna be honest with you, and I'm sure you understand this too, Sugar. Like, when you are a business owner, whether you want to be an electrician, a plumber, a fashion designer, whatever the case is, it's kind of hard dating somebody that doesn't understand the same mindset that you have. Because if you, and I hate to say this, but if you date somebody that's used to working a 9 to 5, they're going to have that employee mindset. I work my 8 to 10 hours and I get my paycheck in 2 weeks. They don't understand that when you're an entrepreneur or you're trying to break into a certain industry, like, your work is not 8 hours a day. It's 24 hours a day. So there's been times where I'll be dating and somebody, you know what I'm saying, a woman will get upset because, I got to take phone calls, I got to take meetings. I don't necessarily have the time to show her the attention that she would want. But, at the end of the day, it's like, I look at it like, if you're not here to make me better and for us to be better, then I just can't rock with you. That's just really just what it is.
That's mostly for any industry that you in. I find it hard to date too. You know what I mean? Because it's either they don't understand that you're working too much, or they make it a problem. You know what I mean? Not that they don't understand. They either don't understand that you're working too much, or they try to insert themselves in your work. And when they try to insert themselves into your work, especially if they don't do what you're doing, it kind of messes up deals and everything. I've been there. Shout out to Monique for being the perfect example of that. Okay, for real, because it really sometimes it could dampen your whole business relationships when you bring somebody new into a situation and they feel like they have the same authority as you in your business. So mixing business with pleasure was definitely on the do not do list. Word.
You gotta know. You gotta like I feel like now, and this is another thing that I feel like the COVID definitely helped too. So like when the COVID happened, people were like, "Oh, domestic violence rate is going through the roof, and the divorce rates are going through the roof." And that's when I told people, like, this is because folks are realizing the person that they're with, they don't really like them. Facts. You could escape. It's easy to get along with somebody when you're not around them 10 hours a day. Word. And then you come home and you only with them 4 hours, and then on the weekend y'all decide to do whatever you need to do. But when you're around them every hour of the day, you can't do that with somebody you don't like. So I always tell people, it's important for you, if you're going to get into dating, especially if you're going to date somebody with a business mindset. First off, you need to really have like a self-reflective time to say, am I really ready to date somebody like this? Am I ready to be able to? Not necessarily, but you're probably going to have to put yourself on a schedule. If the person is busy Monday through Friday and the only time they can see you is Saturday between noon to 6, you got to be okay with that.
Facts. Because that's what it is. Especially if you want to live, like, not live off that person, but, enjoy the riches of the sacrifice of working hard to be with that person. Everybody wants somebody with some money. Let's not sugarcoat that at all. We want somebody who's doing something with themselves that doesn't need all the time. But then there, every so often, a hardworking person may get someone who does not work, and not necessarily, especially with men, not necessarily want their significant other to work. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So you have to understand, if you want someone that's hardworking, if you want somebody out there getting money, then you have to understand that their time is going to be limited. If you want somebody that's going to sit at home, then shoot, stay at home with them.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
And then what happens with that is you're going to realize that, why am I working so hard to get where I'm going to go when this person has no type of ambition?
That's true. You
know what I'm saying? And it's just like, that's why, you know what I mean? So I always tell people, everybody thinks dating is, we text every day, we share memes with each other on Instagram, and then we Netflix and chill every Wednesday and Thursday night. That's what they think dating is. But it's like, nah, when you date somebody who really understands what dating is really about, you got to understand sacrifices are a huge thing. Compromising is a huge thing. And if you're used to just getting your way and being laid up under somebody whenever you want, you're in for a rude awakening, man. That's just pretty much it.
Absolutely. So in the industry that you're in, how are you seeking out opportunities? Like, how are you going out and getting people to work with you? How are you working with new people? How are you seeking opportunities?
Word of mouth, man. I'm the old school dude in that particular category, I guess you can say. I network a lot. I call myself like the Jordan of the network, and a lot of people who see it, can say the same thing.
That's fact.
I could be at a bridal shower or a baby shower. I'm sorry. I could be at a baby shower, and I'll still find a way to network. I'll talk to the dude who's got the camera, who's taking the pictures, and I'll plug my company in. You know what I'm saying? So I also utilize social media because, as you know, like, I started doing stuff that was going viral. So I understand social media, like the algorithms and everything like that. So I'm always, in people's DMs, sharing, commenting, and then that leads to, we should talk business. Give me a number, give me an email, boom, boom, boom. So that, that definitely helps out as well. And, I interview artists and I know you interview artists too.
Okay.
That's also a really good way to network as well, because when you're off the camera, you guys can talk, chop it up, let me know what you got going on.
Right. You never know who they
and
know. You never know who you know.
Exactly.
Right.
That's it. So I always tell people all the time, I notice a huge reason a huge thing that makes or breaks people that want to get to where they want to go, regardless of what industry they want to be in. Even if they just want to get a regular job, they're unemployed, they just want to get a regular job. A lot of people have a hard time following up. They'll send an email to somebody, and then it'll just fade away. And weeks will fly by, and nothing comes from it. And I'm like, did you follow up? Nah. Okay, so why not? Give them a call. Send them an email. What's the worst that can happen? They tell you to stop hitting them up?
Right.
You know
I think people
like,
are just afraid of rejection. That's something that I had a problem with when I was younger too. It was hard to take the rejection, take the no, or accept it.
Mm-hmm. No, I definitely agree, because a lot of people are afraid of rejection and they're afraid to fail. But you know what I'm saying? You can't play if you can't make the shot if you don't shoot the shot.
That's true. That's true.
So, you know what I mean? It's like, and especially when you're trying to get into entertainment, you're going to get a lot of no's before you get that one yes.
Word. Facts.
So, you know what I mean? And it's a lot of times it takes that one yes. Like Issa Rae is a huge example of that. Like when she did Awkward Black Girl, she was pitching it to everybody, and she said everybody was saying no. And even when HBO said yes, it took her almost 4 years to get Insecure made. So,
Word.
You know what I mean? You know what I mean? It's like you can't, if you live your life, I honestly, I look at it like, if you're living your life afraid of rejection, then you might just want to take the easy way out and just, you know what I mean? Just go somewhere where you're going to be comfortable. But at that point, you're not going to have any real growth.
Word. Okay, so our time is almost up here. Go ahead and shout out your social media and let people know where they can find you and MoonLight Media.
Y'all can find me on Instagram. That's at Abwon Uno, ABWONUNO. You can hit me on there. Talk to me. I'll talk back. And you can follow my company, MoonLight Media. That's at _ MoonLightMedia. MoonLight Media, all one word with the underscore on the front. And that's it. Or you could just hit me up too, because I run the company. So
word up. And that's a fact, y'all. Make sure you go follow my boy. He's doing a lot of things. And you could see online, because he's not shy with the camera, and he definitely shows all the work, most of the work that he does. You know what I'm saying? And I look forward to the new film you got coming out. Good job.
We already know. We definitely appreciate you having me up here, man. It's been a long time coming. I'm like, yo, bro, you need to get me on this show, because I got a lot to talk about.
This not going to be the last time you on Tea Time with Sugar either. So, stay up, stay woke, and we'll see you again some other time. You already know what it is. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in to another dope episode of Tea Time with Sugar. I will be back tomorrow from 12 to 2. It's your host, Sugar Cosby, in the building. Make sure you check me out all social media platforms at Sugar_Cosby. We out of here, y'all. Thank you for tuning in.
Grin on you now, where I go. They wear bikinis in the winter too now. What you think about tan lines on the skin of you now? Why wouldn't I wanna spend a few thou? On Fifth Ave, shopping sprees, and them dinners to chow. I ain't concerned what other men would do now. As long as when I slide up in you, you growl. And any dude with you, he better be a kin of you now. And I ain't jealous, it's the principle now. I'm so into you. Flashing, I would've traded it all in orderly fashion. A villa in Florida, we crashing just off the shore, so you can hear when the water be splashing. The drop top 3 in a quarter, we dashing. A flawless stop, 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 we